has been revealed to anybody or is known to anybody. And WhatsApp does not process personal sensitive information. Does not process. That's our policy. It's completely wrong.
Very narrow definition.
One second now. We are not on that. We are not on that.
The definition is
If the national is narrow, then the legislation will take care of it.
the court can't
The
expand.
court can't.
Expand definition.
Well,
Yeah.
we'd like to know this architecture of data information gathering. What all information do you have?
That
Is
It's not even stored.
Not even stored by us.
Stored in individual.
used by you.
Yes, it's stored in the individual phone. Both the person who makes the call,
Sender and-
sends a message, and the person who receives it, they have the key. Both have the key. We don't even have the key.
How is sensitive?
Now kindly, I'm sorry.
How is sensitive personal data?
Well, that's in the rules, in the rules. In the 2011 rules, it's there. But let's kindly now come to, I don't know whether your lordship have the same book at page 225
Or 187.
or 187, depending on which book your lordship has. It's the Information Technology, Reasonable Security Practices and Procedures and Sensitive Personal Data or Information Rules 2011. And to say, Malad, that there is no regime in place, this is a Visakha-like situation, Malad, is completely wrong.
very narrow definition.
One second now. We are not on that. We are not on that.
The definition is
If the national is narrow, then the legislation will take care of it.
the court can't
The
expand.
court can't
Expand definition.
expand the definition and say that, look, it can only strike it down. Yes.
Mr. Sibbal,
Yes.
we'd like to know this architecture of data information gathering. What all information do you have?
Well, in fact, that's the-
Malords to explain the parameters of the case.
Let us,
Well, this is the whole issue. This is a very complex situation. Your lordships may take it from me. Let me, Mullahs, state a basic fact. Mullahs, no personal message on WhatsApp can never be read by any person, including WhatsApp. Including WhatsApp.
what information would you?
Now, Mullahs, if a person is on WhatsApp and on Facebook,
Then
he has to be on both. And Mullahs, he is carrying on activities, Mullahs, on Facebook, Mullahs. That information, like any other intermediary, will be known. Like Mullahs.
You would know how many times one has WhatsApp X or Y.
No. Even that is not, that's also not available. So it's a very, Mullahs, as I said,
So what is available? What,
well, we have a proper representation to your lordships for that on the merits of the case, Mullahs. We can give it to your lordships. But Mullahs, these are the issues that ultimately will be dealt with, Mullahs. The issues of privacy, the issues of consent. Mullahs, no personal information, medical information, other your sexual orientation.
how do you segregate?
Because there is nobody can read. Nobody can read.
WhatsApp can't.
WhatsApp can't read. Where's the question of segregation?
So WhatsApp, the entire data
Yes.
is
It's not even stored.
Not even stored by us.
Stored in individual.
used by you.
Yes, it's stored in the individual phone. Both the person who makes the call,
Sender and-
sends a message, and the person who receives it, they have the key. Both have the key. We don't even have the key. That's why, Mullahs, there's been no complaint since 2009. We're in 2023.
Take Facebook. What do you access?
Mullahs, like any other intermediary, like Google, like Mullahs.
Like
That's
everything which was
That Mullahs, even the government platforms the same, Mullahs. It is.
what we are answering. Whatever one is looking at,
Yeah.
everything is being stored somewhere. Is that the
No, not Mullahs in WhatsApp messages, no.
not WhatsApp? I'm
Yes.
talking about.
Well, that's known to everybody. If I am on Facebook and it's an open platform and I'm on Facebook, it'll be known to everybody. Mullahs. Supposing, Mullahs, I move from my house somewhere else and I use maps. Mullahs, the Google Maps, Mullahs, they will know from.
My phone reminds me that last month where all I have been.
So if your lordship moves from your house, Mullahs, to a guest, they will know that you have moved, Mullahs. That everybody will know. Mullahs, that's the nature of the, Mullahs, kindly see. This is the nature, the whole, Mullahs, this is a complete revolution that has taken place in the manner that we function. And we have, in Facebook, we have privacy policies, Mullahs, in place. And privacy settings in place. We can switch it off. We can switch it
Anyone
off.
wants to? We are still in the process of
Yeah, but so what I was trying to say to you,
deciding whether to hear
yeah,
the
what I
matter.
was trying to say, Manas, your lordships may, I want to disabuse your lordships of the impression that whatever we say to each other in terms of messages or otherwise, even our conversations, is known to a third person, not even to WhatsApp. Otherwise, Manas, if this were so, immediately you would have got millions of complaints that look, these messages are being shown to other people from the platform. It is part of our privacy policy itself that you cannot use it. You can't. The question doesn't arise. We have filed affidavit to that effect. Manas, what is the information we have? Your EMI,
We have your
phone number, name, which you give. That's all.
That is at the time of registration.
That's right. So that's the only information we have. It may not also be the correct name. Somebody may give a false name. Whatever name you give, that's the information we will have.
The phone number is.
Only the phone number.
Basically, it's phone.
Basically, it's the phone number. There may be some other, but nothing to do with the content, nothing to do with personal information, nothing at all. And if you see, Manas, the rules itself, I will demonstrate to your lordships. Just kindly have a look at that rule.
Sibbal, let us see the present rules.
Yes,
It's draft.
yes,
How
2011.
that protects the right?
Yes, I hear it is. Manas. Well, the title is the Information Technology, Reasonable Security Practices and Procedures and Sensitive Personal Data or Information Rules 2011. My lords have that?
2E.
We'll read these. Act means the Information Technology Act 2000. My lords have that, Manas, those rules, all of your lordships?
Yeah.
Biometrics means technologies measure and analyze human body characteristics such as fingerprints, eye retinas, irises, voice patterns, facial patterns, hand measurements, DNA for authentication purposes. Body corporate, leave that out. Cyber incidents means any real or suspected adverse event in relation to, leave that out. Come straight, Malas, to personal information, that is I, Malas. Section 2, Rule 2I, small I. So rules define personal information means any information that relates to a natural person, which either directly or indirectly, in combination with other information available or likely to be available with the body corporate, is capable of identifying such person. All other words and expressions used and not defined in these rules but defined in this act shall have meanings respectively assigned to them in the act. Now, sensitive. So, there's a difference between personal information and sensitive personal information. Sensitive personal data or information of a person means such personal information which consists of information relating to password, financial information such as bank account or credit card or debit card or other payment instrument details, physical, psychological, sociological and mental health condition, sexual orientation, medical records and history, biometric information, any detail relating to the above clauses as provided to body corporate for providing service, and any of the information received under above clauses by body corporate for processing, stored or processed under lawful contract or otherwise. Well, I just pause here for a minute. Since 2009, there has not been one complaint in India amongst the 600 million users who have said that any of this personal information has been revealed to anybody or is known to anybody. And WhatsApp does not process personal sensitive information, does not process. That's our policy. Then kindly come to Malas 5, Rule 5. 4, Malas, 4. Body corporate to provide policy for privacy and disclosure of information. So we have a privacy policy. That itself is under challenge.
The investigating officer
Yeah.
requests you for sharing the information.
Yes.
And are you bound to share?
The court gives an order, we share it. But only whatever we have, because what the content we still don't have. So we can't share that. That applies to WhatsApp.
Both are different
One
aspects.
thing, so
They're
WhatsApp
sharing
is
or
the
they're bound to
One
share.
thing.
Both are different
What?
aspects.
What sharing or bound to share means what? We are now, Malas, telling your lordships that we do not access any information. So where's the question of sharing it? So if there is a court order saying whatever information you have, you share, we share.
I don't know whether we'll end up discussing the bill, but just to understand it, if you come to 7 of what you call a clause.
Yeah,
of
that's
the bill,
right.
whatever
That's
the
right, that's
5-7.
right. 5-7.
Information.
Yes,
Very important.
correct.
Can we read that?
Yes, 7. Well, it's body, corporate, or any person on its behalf shall, prior to the collection of information, including sensitive personal data or information, provide an option to the provider of the information not to provide the data or information sought to be collected. The provider of information shall at any time, while availing the services or otherwise, also have an option to withdraw its consent given earlier to the body corporate. Such withdrawal of the consent shall be sent in writing to the body corporate. In the case of provider of information not providing or later on withdrawing his consent, the body corporate shall have the option not to provide goods or services for which the said information was sought. So he can walk away.
No. Either, because,
Correct, correct.
no problem.
Yes,
Latter part of the last part of that clause,
yes,
it permits,
yes.
contract it is entered into with somebody else, irrespective of consent forthcoming.
But that's the privacy policy to which they have already consented. Then only it happens.
No, you come to the extant rule, the provision is there already. There's actually a reproduction of already the existing rules in the form of a parent act.
Yes,
You'll find that as Rule 6 of the 2011 rules.
yes.
These rules,
Body corporate or any person on his behalf shall permit the providers of information as and when requested to review the information they had provided.
can you read?
Rule 6.
Next.
Rule.
No, we are asking you to read the rule, not the, we were actually on the act, proposed bill.
Well, my lord asked me to look at the rules. Yeah.
We are asking you, okay, you are reading the rule.
I'm reading the rule only.
Rule 6 you're reading.
Yes,
See, 5-7 of the rules.
5-7 of the rules is what I was
Existing.
reading. Existing rule.
In section 7 is what we are pointing out.
All right, let's go to section 7.
Slightly,
Wait, I'll just come there, Malad.
Proposed.
That's exactly the point. This is our case, Malad. The proposed bill deals with this issue.
No, see how it deals with it.
But Malad, that's still for public discussion. That's for.
All right, what you're saying is, just read the last portion if you don't mind.
Of the proposed.
I just-
Proposed.
I
Proposed.
was, Malad.
See section 7 as it is.
I'll do that. Consent of data principle means
Yeah, no, you are reading
any
7.
freely-
Are you reading 7?
7, consent. I'm looking at consent.
We are on transfer of information.
Okay, I'll see that.
Please read that.
I'll see that.
It's a transfer of information in the 2011 rules.
No, my lord is asking the act.
Proposed.
My lord is asking the proposed
You don't know what the
bill.
7 is consent. Yes, sir.
Here are 7.
Yes.
Yes, I was reading 7.
Not this.
Ah,
From this.
I'll
7 of this.
read 7 of this.
It's consent.
Consent, that's consent, Malad. That's consent. I was reading the.
No. The affidavit is reading from this.
But are you reading the rules?
But are lordship reading statutory rules, or are you reading the?
No, the
Statute.
the present proposed 7.
So that is consent.
That is consent, Malad.
No.
I don't know what has been given.
If your lordship gives me the page number, Malad,
Sorry.
you give me the page number.
Not propose.
The mistake is mine. Actually, I was reading from 2011.
That's right, that's what I was
So we
thinking,
thought
Malad.
that.
I was reading that myself.
34.
The book belongs.
He's referring to the proposed one now, which comes at page 34.
34.
Convenience compilation.
Okay, yes.
34, Malad, yes. This is the proposed,
This
Malad.
is the convenience
Seven.
compilation.
Discuss 7.
But the passage of time when we start.
The 7 here deals with consent. That's right.
That's right.
That's why we were saying, Malad, these issues are being dealt with.
But then, which is the provision that deals with transfer of information?
17, transfer of personal data outside India. That's outside India. Now, Malad, all, that's, yes. 17.
Does it deal with?
17.
Now we've done the rules. What is it? You have to clarify what they are.
Well, it's-
Reading the proposed, please. Is now proposed.
17 is transfer of personal data outside India.
What about within India?
Within India, as I said, that we have all now data under the law has to be kept here. Whatever we have.
If that is so.
Yes.
That Rule 6, which is currently governing, will continue to govern. Let's take it that you bring the act, but you don't deal with that situation, dealing with transfer of.
There is no
between
rule.
India.
He's talking.
And if you read Rule 6, which again I am inviting your attention to.
It says notice, that's what rule 6 is here, body corporate. This is, you are talking about the 2011 rules.
That's right.
Right.
So that will, if you read that.
I'm reading it. Rule 5, subclause 6 is what my lord is reading. Body corporate or any person on its behalf shall permit the providers of information as and when requested by them to review the information they had provided and ensure that any personal information or sensitive personal data or information found to be inaccurate or deficient shall be corrected or amended. There's no problem.